Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for another exciting and fun-filled episode on this Passagemaker dinghy build. We got lots to do, so let's get at it. Alright, so if you remember from last episode, we left off and we got this nice looking hole here in the bottom of the boat, and the boat didn't burn up or anything, so we're good there. I haven't done anything to this hole yet. I haven't sanded it at all or anything, but the next thing I want to do is go ahead and make the plug that'll go in here. And so I've been working this morning on getting that set up. So let's take a look and see if we can do this without too many screw-ups. Alright, so first thing I did is get my janky router table set up going again here. So I got the routers mounted underneath this plywood, and so we're kind of got a janky router table here. Yeah. And yeah, so I think we're good there. I haven't tested it. I probably should test it. But so anyways, then I've got the blanks that I'll be using. I've already mounted the template on the blank. A couple things I did here was the blank was pretty good oversized, so I went ahead and used the chop saw to cut down a little bit along the edges to give us a little bit closer. And less material there, hopefully. The other thing is, so I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a curve up on both sides here. So first I had the template mounted on the underside here, but with that curve, it keeps it too far off from meeting up with the router. So I had to put the template on the pattern on the other side. So I think this will be pretty good. I did drill some holes, some kind of rough holes here where these are kind of like indexing holes for when I put it in the boat and put the actual trunk back in. These will be some good indexing holes if I've got it all lined up right. All right, so good. So let me get you set up and we'll go ahead and see if we can get this turned into a plug that'll fit in the hole, and I'll do both of these today since I got this router table janky set up going here. So I'll do both patterns today, and then I'll start working on the fit into the plug on the bottom. And then once I get that close, then I need to lift the boat up higher to get underneath, and then we'll do the one on the seat, the middle seat there. So let's get this going. All right, then got my mask on and just about ready to start here. So I think I've got the level right there for the router bit, and the reason I got the pattern on top here is because of the screws holding it in. Because if they were like that, then the screws would be giving me problems. I could have done a recess, but this should be fine. This should be fine. All right, so let's see. We got that set up. That's ready to go. Got a battery in there. Hopefully it's a good one. And away we go. All right, well, not too bad. A little bit, this blade isn't quite thick enough. That's why I've got some stuff here on the bottom. Hope you guys didn't get covered with sawdust like I did. But yeah, that turned out pretty good, I think. It's going to need a little bit of a cleanup. And actually, I'll probably be do another router along this edge. But different. So once I get it in there and figure out how it fits, I think I'm going to put a chamfer on one edge to give me room to put some thickened epoxy and get a good bond there. We'll talk about that later. So anyways, let me go ahead and clean this up a little bit and then get the other one ready, and we'll do that one next. All right, then number 2 here. So far so good. Alrighty, I think that that looks pretty darn good. A little bit of needs a little bit of sanding, but that one looked pretty good. I did adjust the height of the router bit a little bit on this one, so I think that's why it came out a little bit better. This is probably the one I'll use on the seat. So anyways, let's take at least a look and see how the one on the bottom of the boat will fit. All right, moment of truth. So here's the one on the bottom, or this is the first one I cut, and this is the hole in the bottom here. So let's see how this fits. Oh geez, that is nice. It just needs just a little bit of sanding, just in a couple spots, and probably both on, if I do a little bit both on the boat and on this plug, I think we are in there like Flynn. In like Flynn, yep, pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with that. Real close. Should give us a good fit now. So what I think I'm going to do is, actually I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So this is, I don't know if we'll be able to see here very good, but this piece is thicker than the bottom of the boat, right? So what I think I want to do is make it flush with the underside here, and then sand it down smooth on top, because this top side will be the one that gets covered over pretty extensively with some fiberglass, and then or be filled in with thickened epoxy, fiberglassed over, and then painted over. So this will actually have paint on it for definitely sure. So if it looks a little wonky because I sand through layers here, I don't think that matters that much. So I'm thinking, let me think about this a little bit. So what I had originally thought I might do would be to put a pretty good 45-degree chamfer along this edge, so that when I put it in, and also along this edge, and I think that's maybe what I do anyways. We'll put it along this edge, and that'll give me a gap for the epoxy, right? So I don't want this so tight that that it squeezes out all the epoxy. There's no room for epoxy. I want it kind of snug, but I don't want it overly tight, and I think having a 45-degree chamfer along one edge will help a couple of different things. Anyways, so I got to clean up my my janky router table and get things straightened back out now, so that yeah, I got all my tools out for this. So I need to do a little bit of cleanup here, and then we'll probably be back another day to see what other fun we get into. All right, well, I've been working on this all morning, and I think I've got a pretty darn good dry fit here on this this plug that goes in here. You can see it's pretty proud. This is what I talked about. I'm going to leave it really proud on the bottom here, and then just take the belt sander and go to town on it and get this down flush with the bottom of the boat. And then this will be fiberglassed over here on the bottom, especially pretty good, so that we don't have to worry about it. And you can see that it's pretty tight all the way around, but we do have enough gap for some epoxy in there, I hope. I think that should be enough. Really struggled with getting this in here and getting this solid, and I actually got kind of lucky. Let me go ahead and see if I can do this one-handed. If not, I might have to try something else. Forgot that would happen. Hold on a second. All right, so good. So this is what I ended up with. So you can see I've got, this is the piece, and then underneath here is, surprise, surprise, the oversized piece that I had done as a test on the laser printer. I was having a heck of a time. Actually, I used, where'd it go? Actually, I was using small blocks of wood underneath, but I was having a hard time getting them the right shape and making sure that we were flush on the bottom. On the underside here is where I want to go. So this oversized test piece that I had done actually is working pretty good, because you can see it's just got a small lip all the way around it. I did go ahead and put plastic on, I put packing tape. I put packing tape on it, and then screwed them together with just 2 screws. And now I can get this in here and back up, and then I've got tape on holding the bolts on so that they don't fall down. I think this is a pretty decent solution for getting this back in here. So I'm going to go ahead and go do, well, it's not today, because it's already pretty warm out here. But I'm going to start working on the other one down there tomorrow, and also have to sand the underside here and probably give this top surface another pretty good sanding before we do anything else on it. The temperature is still a little bit too high to do the even just gluing them in. So it'll be a 2-stage kind of thing, is where I'll glue it in and let the epoxy set, and then once it's set, then I'll come back and I'll sand everything down, and then once I've got it all sanded down, I'll come back and put epoxy and fiberglass over this area to build it up and make it nice and strong. But anyways, let me go ahead and pause here for today, and then we'll be back when I start working on the mess down there. I'll be able to, I'm going to lift the boat back up. I guess it's probably almost 18-20 inches higher. It makes it a lot more comfortable working under there. And then do, like I said, some sanding under here, and get ready to do the other hole down there. Alrighty then, it's been about a week since I've been out working on the shed here. The rain here in Florida has been relentless the last week or so, but we got a dry day today and able to make it out the shed. So anyways, I've got the template here on the seat here, and where I'll be trying to route out this. I've got a couple of issues here. First off, underneath the boat here, trying to film, you can see the hole that I had is going to be right close to the edge there. So I went ahead and put 2 holes here on the sides, and then back in the back here, I'd actually, the holes would have been behind this bulkhead here, so I went ahead and moved those up too. Make it a little bit more difficult on doing the routing along the straight sides, but it should at least should be able to get the round corners a little bit. The other thing I've got is that the back here of the template is probably pretty close to that bulkhead. But that's all right, since I'll be putting the other piece in, and it'll be sitting proud on this surface and hopefully flat on this surface when I put the filler piece back in there. So the first thing I got to do here is to get the jigsaw out and try to get rid of some of this material. Not quite sure how that's going to go, but that's what's next on the list. So let me get you set up and see if we can. Not sure if I'm thinking about it, and it's getting a little bit later in the day now. It's kind of warm underneath the boat here, but let me see what I can get done here, and we'll see how this goes. All right. I think it's going to be easier to try to get it from underneath here so I can see where the template is physically. Probably be easier to try to do it on top here. All right, well, let's give this a shot first. The seat is a little bit jiggly. Let's try it from underneath. Yeah, it's going to take a while getting around these screw heads. Alright. Start to get frustrated, then to take the rest of the day off. We'll be back out here tomorrow. I'll probably run up to Harbor Freight sometime today and get a pair of goggles and maybe a scroll saw or some kind of coping saw maybe. No, that wouldn't work. Let me think about it. Alright then, another day out here in the shed. I hope I've gotten a little bit smarter. So first off, I don't know if you can see, I'm all geared up, got goggles on, mask, hearing protection. Put a clamp inverted here to kind of stiffen this up, see if that'll help. And let's see if we can make some jigsaw noise without killing myself here. Afraid that would start slipping. That's what we're talking about. That works better. Having this nice and stable and then having my goggles on here really helps that out a lot. I think I'm going to have to be part contortionist though. Well, that worked good for a while. Might need to include a hard hat here in my safety gear. At least I didn't break my camera. Jeez, did I cut my... Problem might have been I cut my vise. See, it's like that. Well, I don't see any cuts in it, so I guess we got lucky there. Forgot that it was on that side. Now, let's see if we can finish this up. Alright, I think I'm going to call that good for getting rid of most of it. The rest of it we can clean up with the router, hopefully, without too much mess. Alright, well, here goes nothing. I think this battery's fresh. Start on the back side here. Alright, the back here, because we run right underneath that bulkhead right here, I switched to a shorter bit that should just about make it through. In fact, I think, you know, this one doesn't look burnt. I thought this is maybe the one I'd burnt, but I think it's the same size as that one. So let's see if we can get this one. I'll sand the rest of that. Alright, good deal. I think that came out pretty good. Let me show you a little bit closer up. Alright, see, I got just a little bit of cleanup here, which I'd have to do anyways. I don't know, I'll wait till I get the... something happened here. Not sure if that was me or... good thing I don't need this pattern anymore. I think I might have, when I came back, I think I might have done that. But down here at the end, you can see how I had to, I wanted to come underneath the bulkhead. It's going to make it a little bit hard because the plug going in here is much thicker. But just for this little bit here, I think I can work it and get it in there, and it'll be a nice snug fit in there. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty darn happy with the way this finally came out. So now I just got to get the plug and sand it up, and maybe get rid of some of my man glitter. Well, that didn't take too long at all. That fit right in there real good. You can see how I'll have this surface here. This will be this seat. You'll be sitting on the seat, so this will be nice and smooth. And then I've got this side relieved. Now this side, I'll probably for this one here, I'll probably leave proud like this, and this will I'll adjust it for when I put the Dagger board trunk in there. So I know I'll have to make up a little bit because of cutting it top and bottom, so maybe this will give us enough. At the let me get this out of here if I can. At the back here, I just took the orbital sander and went to town on it, and it sanded down real good and fits right back under there. If I can do it one-handed. Real good. So yep, so this is all ready to go. I might clean it up just a little bit more. But I think this has been a good break from sanding the boat. So if I ever get a shot, a good weather window here to epoxy these in, to at least get them glued in, I'll be gluing these in, letting the glue cure, and then I'll be coming back with. Well, actually, I'll probably put once it cures, I'll probably come back and put the Dagger board trunk back in here. And then once that's in, then I'll go ahead and fiberglass everything. Yeah, except for the bottom of the boat here. So when I put this plug in here, then I can fiberglass over it. Put the trunk in, and then probably put some more fiberglass around in strategic areas, along with lots of thickened epoxy. So that's the plan. All right, we're real happy way the pattern and doing the templates came out. I think it worked beyond my expectation. Lot better than I thought it would. So I'm real happy with that. So I think we're at a good spot for that now, where we can wait for the temperature. And then speaking of temperature, so it's going to determine the next episode. When it comes out. So I still got quite a bit of sanding to do. So over the next week or so, I'm still going to be doing quite a bit of sanding. Got to clean up these rails a little bit better. And then once I get the, I'm calling it the semi-sanding done, I guess, then I still have to figure out the primer I'm going to use on the epoxy primer I'm going to use wants 80 grit. So I probably have to, I think I've been using 120. So I'll have to go over it real light with 180 grit before I put the primer on. And then that'll tell me if I have to come back. I think there might be some areas that I want to wait and do some epoxy touch up, and then another round of sanding. I don't know. Once I think I'm done with the sanding and I hit it with the 80 grit, then I'll figure that out. So like I said, it might be 2 or even 3 weeks before the next episode. Really depends on the weather. If I do get a break in the weather that's even slightly a little bit cooler, I may go ahead and do some varnishing on some of the separate pieces that I've got, just to break up the sanding. But anyways, I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Please leave me any comments, questions, suggestions down below. Please tell your friends about me, and please subscribe. Everyone, take care and be good.